We have another presentation by the 7-Eleven store, and it's essentially about the sign. Would you like to come up?
How are you? How are you doing? Good night. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Laura Bacchiani, and I'm with Harbinger Sign in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm here as a representative per se for 7-Eleven in order to obtain blessing for the sign package that we're proposing for the new 7-Eleven. As far as everything else that's going on with the community and the 7-Eleven, I can obtain or bring in your comments or feedback and take it back to the customer, but my main focus right now is just to emphasize on the sign package itself. I'm not sure if you guys have even seen the sign package. No? Okay. I guess I didn't make enough copies, but if you'd like, I can start passing it around. It's basically what we tried to do was we tried to focus mainly on a more traditional look that we thought would best fit the district. We didn't want to go with the tri-stripe type setting that is the standard logo of 7-Eleven. We came up here in the beginning when we first found out that we were going to be contracted to install the signs, and we did like a community walk and tried to pull in the color variations that we thought were most, I guess, they looked the best on the building, per se. So we went with the gold and the green, which I brought color samples to show you what it's going to look like, which doesn't look anything like a standard 7-Eleven sign. I guess at this point, I like to see if you guys have any feedback and if you're willing to approve what we're proposing. The VRA has already approved it. They said they will not sign off on the permit package until we obtain your blessing. So at this point, I just wanted to kind of throw it out there. I know some of you aren't really happy that they're coming into the community. I know apparently there's one other on commercial. I wasn't even aware of 2 stores on the same street per se. I just do strictly new store construction, so do you have any questions?
Okay, well, what's there now is the stripes going around.
Those can be taken down. The GC, he puts them up on every store. It's their standard protocol.
General contract.
Yeah, that's not part of our scope of work, but we can, if it's something that you guys have concern about, I can take it back to them and request that they remove it. It's just window graphics. It pulls off, sticks on, it comes right off. So, and I believe they put those window signs up temporarily. They're going to come down as soon as the sign package, whatever is approved by the community and the VRA, is put up on the exterior of the wall. Yeah, so right now they only put those window signs up until the exterior signs go up, and then they'll take them down, all the windows.
Okay, questions? Go ahead, Nikki.
So what are you going to put up?
We're going to put up a green ACM paneling across the storefront, across each window. It's going to be a flat panel. It's going to be this green color right here. It's going to be the same thickness as what is shown on this. Solid green, nothing else.
The whole window?
No, it's going to, the drawing, it'll get passed around. I didn't make enough copies. I wasn't aware that there would be so many people here. So it's going to be the solid green, and then over the storefront, there's going to be 7-11 in this gold tone.
Any neon?
No, it's not illuminated. We're going to have down lighting. Only over the storefront 7-11 side.
Is there any way that the fluorescent lights inside could be exchanged into softer lighting? You put in, it's quite garish at the moment.
I could take that back to 7-Eleven and see if they could address that request. Kristen Sutter-Bly is the project manager for 7-Eleven. She said just take in all the questions and she will be more than happy to answer them. Whether you want to give her email address, or I give your contact information, and I'll have her contact you.
But it's a problem if we're gonna be voting to approve it, if it's all up to asking somebody we don't know
Well,
to
if
do
it's,
something.
so, in a sense, are you approving the illumination on the interior of the store too with the sign package?
No, we're just
I don't know,
voting on the
David.
signage, I think, not the lighting, I mean, that's a
Yeah.
different story.
I did confirm that there's no alcohol that's going to be sold
Yeah,
there.
that's okay.
And the hours are going to be 6 to 11.
Okay, anybody else? David?
So why isn't it called 611? This is the same, the plan that's being passed around is the same plan that was provided to the ZLC committee, and it shows only the sign banners across the top, just above each of the windows on Hanover Street and on North Bennett Street, thank you. And there's also going to be a sign that comes, a square sign that comes out from the building at the
Yes.
corner, at a diagonal.
Correct.
So those are the signs that you've shown on these plans and that we had at the ZLC committee. Then we walked over there, and those signs were not up at that point. Are they up at this point?
No.
Still not up, okay.
No, we can't get them up
But
until.
the other things that were up included
Yes.
that logo banner across the bottom of the windows, which is typical 7-Eleven stuff. And also, though, there were these signs, 7-Eleven signs that light up. I don't know if you call them neon signs, but they light up in the windows themselves.
Those are
Practically.
going to go away.
Okay.
They're going to completely remove that portion of signage once the exterior signs go up. They just wanted to put something up there now to show people that it's coming.
All right. We do not have to vote yay or nay on this. We can send a letter that identifies the concerns that we have. And this is going to the BRA. And those concerns can include even the lighting. I'm not sure what jurisdiction the BRA has over lighting, but they can certainly push. I mean, why not? That is having an effect on the environment, the streetscape, just as much as signs would. So even that comment could be included in there. Thank you.
Okay, anybody else, Bob?
You know, you say those signs will come down, but we've heard, you know, over the years, we've heard people talk and say, this will happen and that will happen, and it never happens. So I'm sure you're an honest person, but what guarantee do we have that those signs will come down? None at all. We have none except your word, and I
Yep,
don't trust your word, but I'm from Missouri, you gotta show me.
Well, I'm kind of on your team too. I mean, even though I work for them, I don't work with them. I'm contracted to work for them, and I'm a senior project manager. I do all the signs for 7-Eleven for the New England area, the Penn Jersey area, and New York City, and I do a lot of community walks to where before we even go in and put signs up, I make sure that more urban setting signage that matches the community setting is incorporated into that community. So we are trying to really distill with 7-Eleven that they need to take that brand, that Tri-Stripe brand out of the package when it's a more tight-knit community like this. So I think that they're really willing to communicate with the community and work with them. So if you're requesting to remove those tri-stripes off the window and the window signs, and I'm telling you that they're going to be removed, your chances of them getting removed are about 99%. I'll make sure that happens.
Well, as I say, thank you, but
I mean,
there's no
it's
guarantee.
about approval and it's about community approval. And at the end of the day, it's, you guys do have the upper hand in a sense, and if you guys want.
I've never seen a
Tri-stripe down.
7-Eleven in many countries that doesn't look like a a 7-Eleven.
Charles Street, if you go to Charles Street.
Like I said, we're trying to change that more as in the more urban settings, because, I mean, you have to have that different look, in a sense.
Anybody else? Victor?
Yeah, I had two questions. One, the gold lettering 7-Eleven in the sketch that you passed around is brighter than the gold sample that you're holding in your hand. Which one is the one we're going to see?
No, this is the painted, this is what it's going to look like as the finished product.
Okay.
The drawing, sometimes the overlay or the photo, the color comes out slightly off, but these are the actual colors.
Okay.
This is what it'll look like.
And the second question is exactly what did the BRA approve? Did they approve the stripes along the bottom of the window?
No, they did not. They did not.
Well, can you tell us what they approved and what they didn't approve?
They approved, the sign package that's being passed around is what Michael Canizzo, I believe that's his name, with the BRA approved. And he said that he will not sign off on the papers until we reach out to the community and make sure that you guys are copacetic.
That is, the sketch that's being passed around is what the BRA has approved.
That's correct.
They haven't approved anything yet.
I understand that the signs that are on the plans are not self-lighted, so how will they be lighted?
The wall signs are not self-lighted, they're not illuminated. They're down with lighting, like gooseneck lighting that illuminates over them. The blade sign, however, is backlit, so it kind of looks like a night light in a sense. It's just the back portion of the sign behind the 7 will illuminate. It's not bright at all. So we try to, because there are residents on this, second, third, fourth story. We want to make sure that it doesn't interfere with their night sleep. Yes.
This isn't really about the sign, but is the 7-Eleven on Commercial Street remaining?
Yes.
I guess so. I wasn't even aware of that there was one.
Yeah, you said that.
Like I said, I do new construction, so anything that's existing per se, there's so many of them.
My understanding is that they are different owners, different franchise owners.
7-Eleven owns, I believe, the store on Hanover is owned directly by 7-Eleven. Yeah, and the one on Commercial is franchise owned.
Oh, so commercial, well, they should all look alike in this neighborhood. We shouldn't have one that's commercialized on one street and one on Hanover that looks different.
I agree with you. And, maybe I'll bring that back to the drawing board and see if 7-Eleven would be willing to find some money in their budget to maybe change the commercial street.
That would be nice.
I do know also that this store is going to offer fresh foods area where they have a deli, like a refrigerated deli with daily fresh sandwiches and fruits and vegetables and such. And I was confirmed today that they're bringing in some Italian foods or an Italian section in the store.
That was my question, and I don't know what to do with the signage, but, I have no offense, but the White Hen had delicious, all kinds of Italian coconuts, Italian products, which services this neighborhood, and we have the other 7-Eleven that doesn't have any of that stuff. I don't know why they wouldn't allow this new owner to bring in the products that the people of the neighborhood like. So I don't know if you could bring that back to them. They have delicious coconuts.
I brought it up to Kristen, who works for 7-Eleven. She says that her understanding is that they are planning on bringing something like that in the store.
Anthony, nothing with the sign?
If you were putting this in the south end of the Back Bay on Charles Street, what kind of signage would you have?
I don't know. I don't know where that is. That's what I tried to go off of when but the BRA wouldn't allow any striping, so we had to remove the stripes.
Which I agree, and this is basically
Well, the thing is too, the wood carved, it's nice, but it weathers fast. I'll have to go check it out. It's not this
There's no
thing.
invitation with it. Okay, we need to move. So do you want to vote up or down on this, or do you want us to just write a critique of improvements that we think should be made?
I think we should have a letter from the ZLC, if you don't mind me suggesting more work for you.
Yeah, I will put that on the agenda. The ZLC meeting is happening early this month because of the holiday, so it's this Tuesday evening. And the discussion about what we like and don't like and putting a letter together to the BRA will be done that evening.
Okay. And if you can't make the meeting, just give me or Dave your comments, and we'll make sure we bring them up to the meeting.
Yeah, you can always submit comments to zlc@newra.org.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming.
So was that vote?
No, we'll shape the proposal and make it better. We do also have Robin Reed here from the Greenway representative. Do you have anything, Robin? Amy wants 15 minutes at the next meeting, so we'll probably give up that. I hope everybody will stay around. We have some refreshments and coffee, and we have till 9 o'clock at least.